800% on the day, getting suspended multiple times with only a short interest of 6%. Is MBRX, which got some news on it today. Now, the stock has such an extremely small market cap of $13 million, which makes it insanely volatile. We also had MGOL, which we had called out in the Discord with an insane amount of short interest. Several reports at 900% short interest, then 300, then the most recent 165%. With this stock initially running 700%, but overall ran over 1,000%. After another day today of being up 63%. Now I'm bringing you these because I'm about to give you a couple more of these plays. Then we're going to talk about AMC and Gamestop and the overall market. We are in a weird market and you really need to watch this video to the end to prepare for it. First things first, I gave it to you yesterday. We're not going to spend a lot of time on it. HEPA, H-E-P-H. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor and this thing could tank. These are very, very risky plays, but don't complain when you miss the train. Next up, keep an eye on PEV, P-E-V, sitting at a 9% short interest. OGEN, sitting at a 20% short interest. And a little bit of a side eye on APDN, sitting at a 15% short interest. Now, AMC is poised for a multi-year recovery fueled by strong 2025, according to analysts. This is a new article that we got recently covering AMC. In quotes, we believe AMC is positioned for a multi-year recovery with 2025 likely to surpass 2024, driven by a strong film slate that includes Mission Impossible 8, Jurassic World 4, and Avatar 3. Now, Benchmark estimates that the domestic box office will deliver $9.5 billion in 2025, which is still an 11% increase from last year, which is insane because last year was a very, very good year for the box office. Now, there will be tons of great movies coming out this year, which should pump up the box office and bring in theater sales for AMC, which is good on the fundamental side of things, which will lead us into the chart. But really quick, look at this. Reuters was paid millions of dollars by the US government for large-scale social deception. It's literally what it says on the purchase order. Trump is demanding that they pay the money back and is trying to expose the left side for basically brainwashing people. Why did I put this in today's video? Well, not only are the markets psychological, but anybody who thinks everything is straightforward and handed to them with what they see, you are hard-headed and potentially brainwashed. All I'm saying is be skeptical of everything around you. Jumping into GameStop's chart first before AMC's. This is exactly what we said. It could have been as easy as jumping in call options towards the end of the day yesterday, and GameStop is up 1.5%. Now that wouldn't have been a huge gain, but based off of these red candles, with a gap down, coordinated with GameStop's similar move back before the jump, we expected a green day today. We actually expected a gap higher today based on these previous moves back here where GameStop got this sell down and then a green move which jumped higher. Now, why didn't we see this gap up? Why didn't we see at least a 5% gain or a 10% gain? Well, we saw, oddly enough, net call premium dump as GameStop share price was rising. We have talked about this before on the channel. Market makers are delta hedging, attempting to keep positions neutral, but ultimately hold the price down. They're trying their hardest to hold the price down. Best case scenario would be, which will probably not happen, but if retail investors completely walked away from the options chain as a whole, don't play calls, don't play puts, don't play straddles, right? So on and so on. Or if you're going to, which is likely to be the case, not everyone is going to listen. People are here for fast gains, and that's okay. Grab in the money ones, right? Nothing I say is financial advice. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. So where do we see GameStop going from here? Well, I assume we are waiting for something. Whether that is some sort of catalyst or whether that is a post from Roaring Kitty, which would also act as a catalyst depending on the post. I think we are waiting for something before we get this next move higher. Yeah, algorithms are ready. They're primed, but I do think we need volume and some sort of catalyst here. Keep in mind, AMC's chart is not only looking great, but earnings are February 25th, which is just around the corner. Earnings are coming up quick on AMC. You got to be ready. I hope AMC posts a great earnings, and that is the catalyst that pushes us higher, because that actually falls perfectly on this point of interest where AMC is trading at right now. I mean, you can't make it up. It falls perfectly on it. AMC's chart is looking beautiful. It's primed. It's been tracking what we've been tracking. I'll bring you right to it back here, right? This is where we assume we are with AMC on the daily, and it's been tracking perfectly to a T with this setup, with this scenario, which this point of interest right here, we go and we look at where AMC is at now. This is exactly where the earnings is. Okay, so hopefully we get a good catalyst on earnings. Now, I entered calls on ticker symbol TEM, $85 a share right now, up 15%. This is the one Nancy Pelosi entered call options on back here, right? Mid-January, and since then it has only went up. I mean, you can't make this up. Obviously, I'm not going to make any accusations, but you can kind of front run what I'm going to say right there. But why I entered call options on this is volume is increasing on this breakout above $80. We have now entered, in my opinion, what is called price discovery. Okay, TEM has entered price discovery. Now, here's the thing. You don't know where it's going to stop. It's kind of very similar to a recent breakout like Palantir, right? You don't necessarily know the top it's going to top out at, but the next level I can assume is $109.50. And that is ultimately what I hope to ride my call options up to on ticker symbol TEM. If you want to know the exact strike price and date, just get it in the Discord server. Now, we also called out Tesla calls and we held those overnight, which was a beautiful play because Tesla was up 6% earlier, and then my stop loss got triggered on Tesla. I had a stop loss entered, which was still in good profit. All you do is raise your stop loss, that way in case any price volatility to the downside, you collect profit, which is a better way to trade these things. Now, we bounced off of this ascending parallel channel. What's important for Tesla here is, I would say, to run a stop. And the only reason I'd say that is because, yes, Tesla got very oversold and it is due for a bounce, and that's what you're getting right now. But the top of this bounce could be at one of two spots. So first of all, if we enter this zone anywhere between 362 and 375, or we test the top of this range, right between 387 and 390. Ultimately, I do see Tesla getting rejected somewhere and making another low. The levels I have are 315, 303, 270. 315, 303, 270. Just watch those numbers. Now, Coinbase derivatives to launch Solana futures, which brings us into ticker symbol COIN, which reports earnings tonight. It is up 5.3%. My price targets for a down move are 264.75. For an up move is 327. Now, I would be very surprised if Coinbase misses their earnings based on the crypto season that we had. That this will probably be their best quarter, in my opinion. However, who knows what is going to happen? And we'll talk about it with the markets in a second and what we could expect. But let me know in the comments down below if you are playing this and which way you are playing Coinbase earnings. Again, these earnings trades, a lot of them have been very risky in the sense that after hours, all you see is a spike up, a spike down, and then they open neutral, right? And in that case, once the market opens, you have gotten IV crushed on your contracts. So just be aware of this. Nvidia up 3% on the day. We are breaking out of this zone, which is very important. We broke back up above the 150, retested it, came into this zone between 130 and 133, and now we're breaking out of it. However, here's what I want you to pay attention to. By the time the market closes, take a look at the volume decrease on this rise on Nvidia. Okay, at some point, I don't know if it's going to top out here. It could very well and then sell off into after hours. Or will we top out all the way at 141? Either way, I would be looking to get out of Nvidia or go short on Nvidia. And just like Tesla getting that relief bounce up to 375 or 390, I'm watching Nvidia for 141 for rejection, come back down to at least retest 133, 130, or maybe break even lower under the 150 again. SMCI breaking above a crucial resistance level, or at least retesting it, looking like it's going to be due for a breakout. Now, I told you that there is delisting news coming and it would be very, very risky to play. However, in my opinion, they're likely to announce that they are not going to get delisted. They're going to skyrocket higher. They're going to come up to $55 or $66 or even higher than that. The reason for that is because institutions have been purchasing, right? We saw just now Vanguard disclose a 1.9 billion position in SMCI worth about 62 million shares. Now, would they do that if the company was on the verge of delisting? Again, completely up to you to make your decisions. Now, the SPY, we are in a wonky market. It's weird. The market is green. We're trading at 606.50, and on the daily time frame, we broke above key levels above 604.50. However, don't get too excited just yet. We are seeing the US dollar continue to drop. Gold fight for another all-time high today, building a full body candle, and gold's likely to hit 3,000, and the reverse repos draining. Liquidity is becoming a bigger issue each and every single day. On top of that, Trump will be potentially announcing tariffs today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard, which is in about 25 minutes. They may not go in effect today, but based on the recent news that we've seen with the market, I don't think the market is pricing things in the way it should be. And once an actual negative catalyst gets priced in, I think it will be an overreaction. Now, I don't know when the SPY is going to get rejected. You can only speculate. But what I can say is we are trading on little volume so far today on this breakout, and we could sell off into close. If that doesn't happen, I would watch for a rejection on 609 as the top, or 609.25. Okay. At that point, if we break all-time highs again above 610, 611, I would just call off being bearish on the SPY until the trend comes back, right? Until bears take over, because right now they are propping up this market with everything they have. But you can see as the market goes up, liquidity goes down, and it's going to reach a breaking point. That's what I will leave you with. Now, a couple last things. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has officially been confirmed as head of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Texas just announced another bill for a strategic Bitcoin reserve. National Bank of Canada just invested $2 million in Bitcoin ETFs. There's earnings for today. Coinbase, TWLO, DraftKings, Airbnb, Roku. We got some interesting earnings tonight. Let me know if you're playing them in the comments down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching the video or found value out of the video. Make sure to like the video on your way out. Subscribe to the channel. Turn post notifications on. Press the description. Get the top link, right? That'll take you to Discord, where you can see my trades as soon as I take them. We talk stocks and crypto all day long. Best vibes, best people. I do not overcharge like these other YouTubers. If you were to pay individually for the things that are in the Discord, like high success trade flow, option sweep alerts, insider trade alerts, dark pool trade alerts, and a ton more, it would be charging you at least $100 a month. So get in here. Best vibes, best people, whether you're a beginner or advanced trader, this is a place to go. Everyone will level each other up in there. And 2025 will be a great year if you're in the Discord chat. If you guys want up to 30 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock, press the second link in the description, open a Moomoo account, make a deposit into your account, and you will start earning benefits from there. It's also a great platform that gives you access to level 2 order book data for free, trading options, going long, going short, viewing other exchanges, and more as a retail trader. And if you've done it already, copy the link in the description and send it to your friend or family member that hasn't started investing yet, and tell them to sign up and deposit into their account. That is it, guys. I love you all. God bless. Lottery Stocks out.